The Old Testament book of Ruth is a love story. It's also the story of redemption. It's the account that God's providence is at work, and it's the account that choices change people's lives. Decisions change destinies. Welcome to the Word for 2021. Today we're in the Old Testament book of Ruth. If you find these daily devotionals encouraging, may I encourage you to like them or to even share them on your own personal page so that others will be able to see them too. And even leave a comment. It would be a great encouragement to me. As we're here in the Old Testament book of Ruth, we understand that it was written during the time of the Judges. Judges was a time of ups and downs in the nation of Israel. We know that it was a very dark time because people did what they thought was right. As we read in the very last verse of the book of Judges, everyone did what was right in their own eyes. And as we open the book of Ruth, there was a famine in the land. There was a man, and he had a wife and 2 sons. And because of the famine, they decided to go to Moab. They went there for just a while, but a while turned into 10 years. His decision to leave Bethlehem and go to Moab meant that he left his inheritance, the promised land that God had given to them. He left his family and the people that he knew. His 2 sons later married Moabite women. Later, he died, and his 2 sons also died on foreign soil, and his wife Naomi was left destitute with nothing. The original choice that he had made for his family had unintended consequences. Sometimes we make bad decisions. All of us do. But sometimes we make bad decisions because of 4 different reasons. One would be because of pride. We think that we know what is best, when in reality, we don't know what the future is going to hold. But because of pride, we can make the wrong decision. We can also make a wrong decision because of fatigue. As a pastor, may I encourage you, never make a decision, a major decision in your life when you are both tired or depressed. It oftentimes will be the wrong decision. We also make bad decisions because of a fear of disapproval. We're afraid of what people will think and what they will say. The problem is that you can never please all the people all the time. You might be able to please some of the people some of the time, but never all of the people all of the time. And we also make bad decisions because we make short-term pleasure the goal. Instead of thinking long-term, we only think of the moment, and we make a decision based on what's happening right then as opposed to thinking about the future. So those are 4 reasons why we make bad decisions: pride, fatigue, the fear of disapproval, and we focus on short-term pleasure. As you're reading the book of Ruth, chapter 1, when you get to verse 16, you will see that Ruth makes a very important decision. It's a major decision, but it's the best decision of all. It was a one-way ticket for her. It was a complete commitment. In fact, it was the decision that changed the course of her life from that moment on. She said to Naomi, her mother-in-law, "Where you go, I will go, and where you stay, I will stay. Your people will be my people, and your God will be my God." If you choose God, you're making the right decision, the best decision of your life. Why? Because God loves you, and God always wants the very best for you. God has a perfect plan for your life, and God is able to do anything. God is gracious and compassionate, slow to anger, and abounding in love. And He will never leave you or forsake you, and God is the same yesterday, today, and forever. So whenever we choose to follow God, to serve Him, that is the best decision we will ever make in our life. And Ruth chose to serve and to follow God. How do we know? Because of what Boaz said in chapter 2, verse 12. As he was talking to Ruth, he was blessing her because she chose God. He said, "The God of Israel, under whose wings you have come to take refuge." Because she chose God, her life was changed. Naomi, her mother-in-law, her life was changed. The life of Boaz was changed. And ultimately, your life and my life have been changed as well, because Jesus is in the line in which Ruth is mentioned as we read Matthew chapter 1. Because Ruth made a decision to follow God, it changed everyone's life from that moment on. The decisions that we make have an effect on everyone else. If we make the right decision of choosing God to be first, it is God who we will serve and who we will follow. It will change the lives of all those that come after us. Thank you for joining the Word for 2021.